Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the latest regarding Nico Williams. Then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about Yamal and Cubarsi going to the first team, and then lastly speak on Hansi Flick's first few training sessions. There's plenty to discuss for today's video, so if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are Barcelona fans, this will be the channel for you. This is where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. And so if that thing is for you, feel free to subscribe to the channel to get all the updates. And if you also do want to help me on this YouTube channel, please click the thumbs up button after this video is over, of course, if you guys end up enjoying it. So now let's go straight into the Nico Williams operation. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, that the contacts between Barcelona and Nico Williams' camp have already begun. After Sunday's final, the club will seriously analyze his salary demands, contract situation, and details to see if an agreement can be reached. So pretty much Barcelona and Nico Williams might come to a full agreement by either Monday or Tuesday next week. Then Roger Torreo also stated Barcelona wants to offer Nico Williams a 5-year deal, and they will make a move after the final on Sunday is over. He'll earn a low salary in the first 2 seasons, but we will see an increase in the next 3, and he wants to come, and Flick does have the approval. So if you guys are wondering whether this type of deal regarding the salary is being offered to all clubs that are interested in Nico Williams, no, Athletic Club are doing FC Barcelona a favor. Mateo Moreto has stated that this type of deal in terms of the salary mass is only between Barcelona, Bilbao, and Nico Williams, and no other club. If a team like Chelsea or Manchester United or City or any other team, right, tries to bid for Nico Williams, they will need to pay 15 to 20 million euros from the very beginning within the first year. But with Barcelona is different. Barcelona are being handed a favor. Now, Javier Tebas also stated earlier today that Barcelona are very close on the 1-1 rule, and this is what he stated, and I quote, "This is the closest Barcelona have ever been in returning to the 1-1 rule. If they do so, they can sign Nico Williams. They can pay those amounts if they are within the 1-1 standard, and it's very close. It is a club that has close to 1 billion in turnover, so they can be in that line." Now, I know that it seems kind of strange, right, to see the president of La Liga continue to speak on multiple clubs, and especially speak on Real Madrid, Barcelona, and who they're going to be signing, because if you look at the other presidents of other leagues, they don't say a damn thing. They have no social media presence. But in La Liga, when it comes to Javier Tebas, he likes to give an update every week. It's almost as if he wants to build his own podcast or like build his own channel or whatever. But Tebas does speak a lot. Every other week he's speaking about FC Barcelona, or he's speaking about how Real Madrid is so great and that they're going to be signing Kylian Mbappe. And so because he is saying these things, right, many have been asking, hey Kevin, don't you think that this is a little disrespectful to a team like Athletic Club? The fact that Javier Tebas is saying that one of the players of Athletic Club is going to be joining FC Barcelona, isn't that disrespect? Shouldn't that be very frustrating to Ernesto Valverde and the president and everybody all around? And here's the thing, we have to understand what's actually going on here for Nico Williams to be sold for 68 or 58 million euros, whatever it may be. Athletic Bilbao were so close on letting Nico leave for free. This summer that we are in right now, Nico could have gone on a free transfer, and Athletic Club really did not want that to happen. And so what ended up happening last year was Nico Williams doing Athletic Club a favor, and they agreed to extend his contract for another 3 to 4 years until 2027. To Bilbao, this was okay because they did not want to afford losing him for free, because they knew that Nico Williams was going to be a player that will eventually leave and go to a bigger club, because they know his potential and they know what he could become, and they knew that the Euros were coming at that time. And so Athletic Club were like, oh my god, we have to renew this player, because if we let him go for free in the summer, it's going to be one of the biggest robberies. We have to get some sort of amount for the player. And so like I've said, Nico Williams did Bilbao a favor, and they even put a big buyout clause that was supposed to be way lower at that time. And that is why Athletic Club said, even though Nico Williams is not really worth 58 million euros, we're going to be putting that price tag only because we believe that in the next summer of 2024, he'll become an even bigger player and we'll get something out of it. It'll be more than what we are currently asking for. So fast forward to today, Athletic Club are going to be happy no matter what, because they're looking back and they're saying, we could have lost this player for free. So we have to be grateful that he's going to be sold for 58 million euros, if not even more, if Barcelona don't achieve this signing. So I don't think it's necessarily fully disrespectful. I don't necessarily believe that Athletic Club are furious, right? Because they're going to get paid, and it's going to be a full-on financial turnover, because this player grew up at Athletic Club. So it's all pure profit. It's not like they bought this player for 20 million euros and they're going to sell him for 58 to 60 million euros later in the future. No, it's pure profit of 58 million euros. Just imagine Barcelona selling Ansu Fati right now for around 60 million euros. It's pure profit. So now let's move on towards the next conversation. I also want to speak about Yamal and Cubarsi. It is official that Yamal and Cubarsi officially registered as first team players after previously being registered in the under-19s and Barça Athletic respectively. respectively. The two players have been full members of the FC Barcelona first team squad since Tuesday. So point number one, these are signs that financially Barcelona are getting better, because to make movements like this, you need to make space within the wage bill. And so to see Cubarsi and Lamine Yamal registered in the first team, it's great news. Point number two, the fact that they're going to be first team members. They can now officially take on new numbers, which is the numbers between 1 and 25. Could we possibly see Yamal take the number 10 or Cubarsi taking on the number 5? Moving on from that, we have also had Hansi Flick host his first training session at Barcelona, which was so fun to see. To see Gabi run again, to see Balde also train, Frenkie de Jong also train at the training grounds. It was amazing to see because, we miss these players. Now, in terms of, Balde, Julian Araujo, Gavi, and Frenkie de Jong, they all trained by themselves because they are still trying to get through recovery, but they are getting better. For Frenkie de Jong, it has been said that he is far from being ready, but things are going well. He still might need 3 to 4 weeks until he does train with the first team. As for Gavi, he will be officially ready for sure in about 2 months and to get back into the game as soon as possible. And overall, within the past 2 training sessions that Gavi has had with Hansi Flick, it has been said that Hansi Flick is very surprised with the way that Gavi has been training. It says here, according to Alex Pintanel, that Hansi Flick is surprised by Gavi's spirit, passion, and dedication. Following the first day of training, the coach has already had good reports on him, but it took only 1 day for him to get amazed by his abilities even more. As for Alejandro Balde, Alex Pintanel continues to say that Balde will be starting to train with the group next week, which is great news. For sure, we will see Balde in the preseason, and hopefully by that time play with Nico Williams. Hansi Flick also noticed a big problem at Barcelona that is so random, right? It's going to be funny. This is what Javi Miguel did state. Hansi Flick has included dental tests for all players in the medical test. The club had never previously carried out oral examinations at the start of the preseason, but this has changed now. There are several studies linking injuries with oral problems, especially poor positioning of the teeth, because of which players are not able to chew food properly, which would affect digestion and the nutrients that reach the muscles. And I'm like, dude, this is the most random report I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, like, I guess we learned something new. I guess we learned that you need to have great teeth and a healthy mouth in order to perform well in your sport. I was doing some research, and yeah, it's true. There were some researches coming out stating that the oral health is important for your overall health, because if germs reach your mouth, it does enter the bloodstream and it causes inflammation in the lining of the heart. And it also does affect your muscles, which could eventually get injured. And I'm like, dude, like, this is insane. Like, Hansi Flick is just one hell of a coach. You're telling me that he pointed that out and he said, yeah, these players' mouths are all screwed up. Like, he's really paying attention to the details. And this reminded me of what happened with Seedorf a few years ago. I remember Seedorf kept getting injured over and over again until the doctor came in and he said, when Seedorf came in to see me, he had continuous groin pain, which had been bugging him for a year and a half. He couldn't practice properly and was on a down spiral. I remember the first day he was at Milan and had his wisdom teeth pulled out. The pain in his groin went away immediately, and that helped rebuild his career. So, like, I did not even know that you had to maintain oral health to be 100% healthy. So we'll see if these do have effects later throughout the season in a positive way. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.